A friend of mine tried to sell his soul on eBay and the starter price was $10 and people were bidding on it, but before anything happened eBay took it down and sent him an email explaining that if he was selling a soul that didn't actually exist then it was against their policy, and if he was selling a real soul then that is a human body part and it is also against their policy. Well done eBay for solving that philosophical conundrum. Some queenie for today. I've never seen a mouse that looks so much like a mouse before. She looks like she belongs on the cover of a beloved illustrated children's book. And now we wait. Anticlimax. Okay, this is good. Remember when Gollum told Sam to give it to him raw? Put that quote back into context or so help me. Nothing to see here, just Olympic champion Tom Daly knitting in the stands whilst watching the diving. New study shows people with panic disorders respond poorly to being locked in underwater elevators. Who knew? Very controlled, put together, cold characters losing it is one of the Shreksiest things in fiction. It doesn't even have to be angry, like stoic characters finally feeling comfortable enough to cry, whether it be stifled sobs or labored wails of grief. Immaculate. Serious characters falling apart because a pun caught them off guard. Stunning. Strong characters falling onto a couch/bed and immediately falling asleep because they just can't keep their eyes open a moment longer. Beautiful. I see characters being caught with a passion of theirs, like a specific show or interest, and then launching into an excited, almost kid-like rant once given the opportunity, like it was the first time anyone has shown interest in their pastimes, while a person attentively listens, and then they are like, oh sorry, I tend to ramble, forgive me, and the other person just has stars in their eyes. Spectacular. I love this post, but I raise you. Emotionally constipated characters feeling any emotion is one of the Shreksiest things in fiction. Well, one of us is going to have to change. Modern scene-filled plot where Kramer gets into a polyamorous relationship with 4 other people but the one girl leaves, so it's just him and 3 straight guys that hang out, and when Jerry asks why they are still together he says we can't take that much hurt. This is honestly the best modern scene-filled treatment anyone has written. Did you know that bees sleep between 5 to 8 hours a day, sometimes in flowers? Also they like to sleep with other bees and hold each other's feet. You know how Apple and Android have different versions of the same emoji? It would have been so much freaking funnier if they hadn't coordinated the Unicode at all. You text to a friend cross-platform and they get me. I know we just met but I'm in love with you. Stray cat who's letting me pet her. Meow meow meow. Forest finds. Look at that log. Go on. Take a gander. Turn it over and you might find a friendly salamander. There are times when I wonder why my followers and mutuals worry for me, and then I remember I post stuff like this. The only ass I have is an assortment of trauma. Going through customs at a US airport. Airport staff, sir, do you have anything to declare today? Me, start sweating. I know, trips and falls. Hundreds of kinda surprise eggs roll out of my pockets, jacket and briefcase. Airport staff, get on the ground now. Me, but I am. Armed guards swarm round and pin me down. Armed guards, what's in the eggs? Me, I don't know, it's a surprise. A George Lopez, die. I promise I will, and so will you and everything you love. George Lopez doesn't give 2 fricks about you. Do you ever read about clean eating and intermittent fasting and cleanses and all that crap and just think about how good the wellness industry is as repackaging dangerous and disordered eating habits as shiny wellness routines and become literally enraged. Literally every freaking day. Trees are very, because sometimes I'll stand under the shade of a tree and look up at it and it'll sway its branches about in the wind and I'm like, oh my god, I'm alive and you're alive. We are alive together and made up of the same starry stuff and standing right next to each other in this moment on this earth. Do you feel it when I reach out and press my hand to your trunk? Can you hear me? I think you're so neat. And then the sunlight filters through its leaves just so, and that lovely green color leaves me dazzled. It's just very nice to be an alive thing next to a different sort of alive thing. USD 1000, adult Dalmatian dog. Is this the one that pushed Krula's mom? Dang, she stood no chance. Someone said Bloomberg looks like the grasshopper from A Bug's Life and I can't stop thinking about it. Shrek strokes wall until finding light switch. What a turn on. Wi-Fi connected. Me, then freaking act like it. When someone stops talking to you and you're not sure what you did wrong. It's sad how much you can relate to a chair. I really trust James from Team Rocket. He would treat me right. He'd steal your Pikachu. I'd let him. Update user set band equals true where username rejects staff $0.96 My consulting fee is $10,000 thank you. This one begs for death. Pussycat, sorry, but this is a veterinary surgery. Please use the more scientific term, vagina cat. You know you're fricked when someone is so fine you can't even look at them directly, you gotta glance at them out of the corner of your eye like you're looking at the sun. Hazmat team finds dangerously high CO levels in warehouse in Syracuse. You know what else hides in the vents and can kill you. Imagine going to Tumblr church and the head priest calls to form a communion line for the first time ever and starts cutting up chocolate on the altar in a suspiciously familiar fashion. Everyone gets a bit. If the world ever leaves you feeling hopeless, remember that Star Trek was cancelled twice and deemed an utter failure, then rose from the ashes to become the flagship for all of science fiction, spawning 6 spin-offs, 14 movies, and enough novels to keep the fires burning through the long night. Oh, and inspired new technology, popularized fan fiction, created/forged the foundation for modern fan culture, and pushed young people to the sciences, a show that was freaking cancelled. So, when it gets bad out there, just be Star Trek. Be Star Trek. Is this a factory where gays are made? Yes, we are manufactured and then organized. This beach is so scary, why did Nintendo have to copy off Five Nights at Freddy's homework like that? Short men are so fruity. What are you short for? To be held by other men, to be picked up and carried to be gently cradled in a man's arms. Fat ass the snow cat. When your fave male character isn't romanceable, manhole inaccessible. We should all get our URLs on our license plates. Are you wearing the channel boots? Yeah, I am. Tried to step on a bug and it parried me and broke my ankle. Straight boy, love you mom, no Oedipus. When I said my nan was sick, I meant at rapping. She appreciates the flowers though. Me, carries cat out of my room for being naughty. Cat, purrs. Me, you are being punished. Please do not purr. I love you. Have you heard of the girl that only eats plants? You've probably never heard of her before. A sperm cell contains about 37.5 megabytes of information. There are about 100 million sperm cells per milliliter. The average ejaculation is about 2.25 milliliters and takes about 5 seconds. This makes the average bandwidth of the human penis 1687 terabytes per second. I know that's a lot of information to swallow. Me is bitter but is also right. Apparently you can send Snapchats to yourself. What a great feature. My hobbies include being right and petting other people's cats. They say you attract what you fear. Ah, pathetic men, I'm so afraid. We don't have girl talk, we have creature talk. My roommate Julia just said while rolling on the floor, put that on your freaking Tumblr, they'll love that crap. Feeding my he/hims until they are all buff. Feed a crap on my dashboard. Okay, so you want them to malnourish and die. Apologize before your therapist knows my name. The only female I attract. Sad but true. Everyone wants a dog girl GF until you have to wrestle plastic out of her mouth. Is anyone interested in being my companion? Asking for a friend. Grace Carroll from Dragon Age Origins. I'm telling you, being furry is natural. Half joking, but come on, people have been anthropomorphizing and making human/animal hybrids in art for literally all of human history. It's one of the earliest motifs seen in art and human creation. Like, the Epic of Gilgamesh did it, Egyptian mythology did it, Greek mythology did it, Norse mythology did it. I'm not arguing that modern furry stuff is equally culturally significant, but there's an undeniable pattern in though. It's human nature to want a werewolf to roar you. Coffee mug that says, don't talk to me till I've seen images of my fricked up little man. I think I'm going to become an unreliable narrator. If you see me obscuring the full truth or saying things that directly contradict each other, don't worry about it. Reblog and put in the tags a medical fact about yourself. Can be something you have or something unusual about yourself. What about HIPAA? United States involvement in regime change. This article may be too long to read and navigate comfortably. Unlimited skull death blast. Gal laser. Ogre howitzer. Hard beam. Intestine exploding bunch. How unnerving our victories are for some of our colleagues. Yes, we are here at the Olympics, whether someone likes it or not. The old barrel organ started the song about Russian doping again. English language propaganda, oozing with verbal sweat in the Tokyo heat, through the mouths of athletes offended by defeats. We will not console you. Forgive us those who are weaker. God is their judge. And for us, an assistant. Who the frick is the spokesperson for the Russian Olympic Committee? Hannibal. Problematic roller coasters. Problematic roller coasters. Son of Beast, a wooden disaster. I'll let the internet skew what problematic means for me too much, cause I was so ready to be like, what did Son of Beast do? The answer is that Son of Beast gave people head injuries. 15 people shattered pepper shaker strewn across the road before me. I don't care anymore. There's no reason for me to resist a second longer. The teenage employee who pursued me from the diner is closing in. He's going in for the curb stomp. I want his weak little youthful kick to be botched. I want multiple attempts to knock me out. I need it to hurt as much as possible. All girls deserve guns and unlimited ammo to do whatever they'd like. Grimes says she finds gaming community a lot less toxic than the indie music stan community. Imagine experiencing reality like she does. Growing up on Tumblr is weird because they let you say anything on here except show tits, but on TikTok you have to censor curse words and say things like die, and then Instagram calls it hate speech for saying you dislike men. They used to let us show tits. They used to let us show tits. I wish I could pause life and lay in bed for 3 months and just catch my freaking breath. Wishes I was a part of your internet gang. Okay, now here's a question. What are things about your own music taste that you think are red flags? A president makes a new law that anyone shorter than him gets executed, but he accidentally makes it an amendment to the Constitution so it applies to future presidents too. In the next elections there's a frenzy of people voting for the shortest president so they don't die, and this is how they end up electing a 3-foot tall man named Pinwheel Patrick, who goes on to become the most tyrannical dictator the world has ever seen. I'm not really like a house husband or a housewife, I'm more like a house beast. I'm in your walls causing mysteries and stealing your things. If you find this blog arousing, it's because I'm secretly into that kind of thing, whatever it is, and am specifically targeting you, the viewer, to come and partake with me, and be as open about it as possible. Like, really let the world know exactly what it is I said that gave you an erection. Come on buddy, don't be shy. The once gawky actor has grown into a leading man with romance novel hair, empathetic eyes and a well-kept beard, and though photo shoots of Patel routinely earn big numbers on social media, no movie till this one has really capitalized on his status as an internet crush. Patel wasn't even on LOTR's initial casting list for The Green Knight, but after the director says in a fashion spread with Patel looking suave and regal, he found himself so taken with Patel's potential that he started drawing a picture of the actor on horseback, not the director making fan art of Dev Patel for his own movie. It makes no dang sense, compels me though, is one of the best lines on screen, I love it. Missionary, so we can continue our argument from before. Wait, oh my god, so I saw a post about what if vampires went through teething like babies do but with their fangs and like Spike chewing on everything constantly as a baby vamp, please. Baby vamps be like con artists that forge art and wine to sell to rich snobs for millions of dollars. Cool. Good. Con artists that target marginalized groups and harass and make legal threats against people calling them on it. Guillotine. Art theft is art theft. Punish all of them the same or not at all. Man, shut the frick up. So crime is okay in some circumstances. Yes.
Howdy folks, I hope that you all enjoyed episode 270 of Top Tumblr Memes. If you did, feel free to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you haven't already, feel free to go check out Memes Stolen from Tumblr 5, which came out a couple of hours ago if you haven't already. I would really appreciate that if you did. Remember, today was a double upload. Let me know in the comment section if you have or have not watched that Meme Stolen from Tumblr already. Again, any interaction with the video, so any liking or commenting, really helps the channel grow, so I really appreciate it when you guys do stuff. Even when you comment something just like for the YouTube algorithm, you know, really appreciate that. And if you are part of the 40% or so of regular users that are not subscribed, if you could subscribe, because right now we're in like a little bit of a rut in terms of subscriber growth. We got to 13,000, but then we've kind of like stalled out. So we need another push to get going again. In terms of today's question, well, first of all, thank you all for your responses to yesterday's question of the day. Really appreciate it. In terms of questions of the day for today, oh shoot, I wasn't ready for it. I think I have. It's very lame, but I just want to know this bluebird is looking directly at me. That was kind of disconcerting. Let me gather inspiration as I look around the room. I don't have anything. I apologize. No question of the day for today. Or maybe do I? I see an elephant. Elephant makes me think of the circus. Have you ever been to a circus? That's the question of the day. Let me know in the comments. I hope that you all have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, night, whatever time of day it is for you, and I'll see you all tomorrow with episode 271. Peace out, guys.